Hi everyone, this is Mike here with a brief video about getting started in our class, in particular how to navigate some of the tools that I've put into Blackboard and then how to get started in our main course platform called MyOpenMath. So here I am in the main Blackboard page and you can see a list of my courses here. When you log in, you should similarly see a list of your courses in which you're enrolled. And I'm going to click on Stats course. And this is going to be the page that you will go to when you first click on that link. And you'll see on the left-hand side there's a menu to which I referred in my welcome video. And the first link there is the Start Here menu link, where you'll see several different things. First is a quick description of the course. There's also a link to the welcome video that I already have sent to you. There's also a description of how we're going to be using Blackboard, and that's a little bit about what this video is for. Mainly, Blackboard is going to be used for virtual office hours, and I'm going to say a little bit more about that in a few minutes. Here are some directions about getting started in MyOpenMath, some information about our netiquette policy. This is an important piece of any online course. Some minimum technical skills you'll need, and technology requirements. And of course, if you have any questions about any of the things you see here, I hope you will let me know by email or by sending me a message in MyOpenMath. So that's the Start Here link. The announcements link is really the home page for our course, and so when I send announcements to you through Blackboard, this is where they will appear. They also will come to your email address. I probably will be sending you messages and announcements generally through MyOpenMath and not through Blackboard. So after the first week or so, MyOpenMath is really where you want to look for course information. Also in this My Instructor link is a picture of me and some information about how to get a hold of me. A little bit of information about me and my background, and then some links about emailing me and if we're going to meet in virtual office hours. And that's actually what I'd like to talk about next, because also in the course menu here on the left, you'll see a link called Virtual Office Hours. Now, for most of the course, our main use of Blackboard will be for virtual office hours. And so if you log into Blackboard and you go to our course and you click on this link here, it will take you to this page. And when you go to this page, you'll see a button here or a link saying Get Secure Link. And you want to click on that and then click on the button that says Join Course Room. And when you do, it will take you to a page that enables us to meet in an online environment. There will be a virtual whiteboard that we can use. We can share video. We can share audio. And there's a lot about this tool that enables us to work together as though we're meeting in person. And so this is actually a really useful tool when it's hard for us to coordinate meeting on campus, whether that's because of distances involved or just because of the fact that our schedules may not meet. And so I can set up appointments with you to meet on the weekends or in the evenings. I'm not available all the time, but that's why it's important to contact me and let me know that you need help, and then we can arrange a time to meet virtually in this environment. So I'm going to leave this session here. I'll just skip that. Okay. And then when, so that's the virtual office hours button in the link, and the button or the menu item, the syllabus and schedule. If you click on that, you'll see links to our syllabus document and to the weekly checklist. Both of these are interactive documents, and so each of them has a table of contents at the beginning that allows you to navigate through the document to see something in particular that you might want to learn more about. I encourage you strongly to read through these documents carefully. I often get questions in the middle of the semester about certain things related to the course, about when the last day to withdraw is, for example, or when is the next exam, or how much do the activities count for in my overall grade. All of those things are answered here in this document, and I encourage you again to read it carefully, to navigate these links, and let me know when and if you have questions. In addition, the weekly checklist here is a good way to help keep you on track in the course. So this will tell you piece by piece, week by week, everything you should be doing during the course in order to be successful. And this is not necessarily a requirement. You don't have to use this document, but I think it can be a valuable tool. And in the past, students have told me that they found it to be a valuable document to help keep them on track. Okay, then the second part of this video, I really want to give you an idea about how to get started in the MyOpenMath website and the platform that we're going to be using. So if you click on MyOpenMath, the link here in the Blackboard menu, you'll get a link to the MyOpenMath website and also a folder with some videos about how to get started, including this particular video. You'll see information about how to enroll, and I want to show you a little bit about how that works right now. So when you first go to the MyOpenMath page, you'll see this, and you'll want to register as a new student. If you have used MyOpenMath before, then you can just use your old login and password, and I'll show you what to do once you've logged in. But if you have not used it before, you just sign up like you would sign up for any online account. It is completely free. You'll need the course ID and the enrollment key, which are in the syllabus and are mentioned throughout the Blackboard page. You should make sure you have a password that you can keep track of and an email address that you check, because this is when I send emails to everyone in the class, this will be one way that I do it. And if this is not an email address that you check, then you won't necessarily get the messages that I'm sending to everyone. So you set up an account that way, and when you enter the course ID and the enrollment key, you'll see a page like this, where you'll see new messages, and any new communications related to our course will come up here in the middle of the screen. On the left-hand side of the screen will be courses in which you're enrolled, and so this would be ours. This is our introductory stats course. And this is what the course page looks like. This is generally what you will be working in throughout the semester. You'll see, like in Blackboard, there's a Start Here area. There's an area for all the units we're going to be going throughout the semester. You'll notice that each of these blocks has a little triangle next to it, and when you click on the triangle, it allows you to expand and contract the block. So if I click on the triangle next to Unit 1, then you'll see it gets bigger and there's lots of stuff sitting inside that unit. I'll go more in depth into that in a minute. You'll notice that not all the units are available to you right now. So unit number 2 will be available shortly before exam number 1. Right now, when you try to open that block, there's nothing inside. That will change about a week before the exam that it mentions. And so the same is true for units 3 and 4. I want to say a little bit about the Start Here block. If you open up the Start Here block, again, you'll see links to the welcome video that I sent to you. You'll see a link to the syllabus, the same document that I linked to in the Blackboard page, and also the weekly checklist. In addition, you'll see information about the textbook. We're going to use the OpenStax textbook as our primary book, but the Catherine Kozak book is also going to be a resource for us throughout the course. You'll also see another block inside here called Course Tools. We're going to be using Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets throughout the course. We'll use a box plot tool, and potentially other tools will show up in here. And this is a good place to find tools that you'll need for the course. These are all free. and accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Finally, in the Start Here block, you will see activity number 1. This is a discussion forum, and I would like you to post your response to these prompts by Thursday, January 18th. And there are 3 tasks that I'm going to ask you to do. The first is to introduce yourself, then click on the survey link and take a short survey. And then thirdly, I'm going to ask you to follow some of these links and then make some comments about what you see in those links. And I'll let you read through the directions of activity 1 on your own and respond by January 18th. The last thing that I want to mention here, well, 2 things. You'll notice this class discussion forum. When you click on this, it'll take you to a new discussion forum where if you have questions or concerns related to the class, you can add a new thread, and then you can ask your question to everyone else, and your classmates may be able to respond to you in a more timely manner than I can. Keep in mind that if you respond to a classmate's post in a meaningful and substantive way, you can earn extra credit in the course. I'll monitor those responses and make sure that if anyone is giving inappropriate or incorrect advice, that I'll correct that as soon as possible. But the truth is that many of you will be online at times when I am not, and you'll be able to respond potentially to your classmates in a more timely manner than I can. And so I hope you will help each other out, and you'll be willing to ask questions of each other when you have concerns that you'd like to raise. Some other things that I'll mention, you can also send messages through MyOpenMath, and I'll say more about that in a different video. One last thing has to do with the Unit 1, and just to let you know that each unit has several sections in it. So the first unit here is called Descriptive Statistics. You'll see the unit objectives at the beginning of every unit, and then inside each unit is its own section or a set of sections. This is called the data collection section. You'll see links, specific links to textbook pages that are important related to this topic. You'll see video lessons, which I encourage you strongly to watch all of and to take notes on. The videos are usually between about 5 and 15 minutes long each. And then lastly, at the end of every section will be an assignment. When you click on the assignment, or before you click on the assignment, you'll see a due date. If you are not going to make the due date, you should click on this link that says use a late pass. The late pass will extend the deadline by 3 days. Don't use the late pass unless you're close to the due date and you know you're not going to make the due date. But the late pass is a valuable tool to extend deadlines. When you click on an assignment, you'll see a set of problems. This first assignment is a bit longer than most. It has 25 questions on it. Some of them are multiple choice, like this. Others, well, here's another multiple choice one. Others are free response, where you actually have to type something in. It's important to read the directions that they give you because MyOpenMath, like other tutorial platforms, is kind of picky at times. So be aware of that as well. I'll have more videos explaining some important things about the assignments and about communicating in the course. I hope this has been a useful introduction to you thinking about Blackboard and getting started in MyOpenMath. I wish you good luck as you begin the course, and please let me know if you have any questions.